And we are back with more Elden Ring. Last time we left off, we are still in the aftermath of having cleared the Academy of Relicaria. Basically that means that we're still trying to get a vibe of where we're going to head towards, which technically is how I started the last recording. But this time around, basically last recording, we got a few more maps. So this time around, we have a bit more of an idea of the general area that we're looking at here. Which, yes, so of the areas looking at tackling, kind of torn right now between Volcano Manor, the Altus Plateau, which honestly I kind of thought would be a bit more one and the same than they actually are, and going back down here to Caelid to see if we're now powerful enough to actually start tackling stuff here. Since last time was a lot of kind of meandering around here, I figured this time around we can kind of focus a bit more on Caelid. I do have a lead on our sorcerer friend back at the academy. Sadly, it does sound like that what I suspected would happen has happened, but we'll find out. I mean, it probably happened. Like, there's nothing on the radar, whatnot, but at the very least, we should see his story through to the end. But alright, let's get back into it here in the Redlands of Caelid. Now, one thing I would really like to do is try to get over here, because this has been teasing me for quite some time. Like, going back to the first time we came over here into these lands, and I know now that those icons are meant to be indicative that they're mines. Mines or tunnels, I guess. So, I figure by doing it, it should be a nice little test to see if we're actually strong enough for a dungeon here in Caelid. Alright, going in 3. 1, 2. Oop, hello, snipe. Although I did just realize something. Huh. Soldiers down there. Also, I do like the little vantage point here of, I want to say this is Limgrave. Yeah, okay, this is Limgrave because that's in Mistwoods. That's basically the castle of... Boy, I can't remember. I can't believe I'm forgetting his name. The Braggart. The Braggart who we kind of half-jokingly-ish serve. My brain's like, William Neeson. I'm like, nope, that's an actor. That is not who that is. Kenneth... Height. I want to say Kenneth Height. Final answer. Okay, here we go. Do they have any goodies in their little mini camp here? Doesn't look like it. I wonder if these are soldiers of, Rodagon? Rodahan? Oh, the Gale Tunnel. Ooh. I better figure take care of this guy here. And there we go. A bit surprised in the spot of grace, but I guess it's down at the bottom? Yep, there it is. Alright, clear out this debris. Thankfully, if I recall correctly, yep, we do have the cat talisman on. Alright, we'll drop down here. Somber Smithing Stone 2, which is also a reminder that I should, in theory, upgrade those twin blades that we got last time from the tutorial boss. Alright. I'm surprised there's only the one offshoot tunnel there. Thought there might be at least 2. Oh, this is the body that we kicked down here. Oh, mushroom. Alright, well they are mining down here. Okay, so we're officially in the dungeon now, which we can't teleport out of anymore, so I guess no upgrading those twin blades, at least for right now. kind of curious if they're using demi-humans for mining. There we go. That said, not too surprised he survived. I can't tell if these other enemies would succumb to frenzy or not. Like, they're humanoid enough. I just don't know if they are tarnished. And interesting that he's kind of guarding a vein from the spaghetti monsters. Alright, I see that's how we're gonna do it. There we go. There we also go. Alright, bolt, smoldering butterfly, more bolts. A tad bit dangerous here. Whoa, forgot. Alright, crack crystal. Still a bit surprised that the others aren't being alerted. That said, they tend to be pretty distracted in these areas. Come on. Give me that smooth stone. Yeah. And then bit of distance. And then yes. There we go. I would have preferred to get some health back from that. Assuming this guy is by his lonesome. It's like, do I take a drink or do I keep kind of gambling here a bit? I'm teetering towards gamble. Okay. Oh, dang. I was hoping for it. There we go. This should be okay. I do like how focused they are. Don't even notice their friends being slaughtered. Alright, there we go. Cracked crystal. Which in hindsight, we got some of that from the last mine we were at. Oh yeah, that was in Relicaria. I was slightly confused because I know that there was the other mine here in Caelid that we had gone into before. But we haven't gone back to that one because that one had like Bugmen Foremen? Another big question is, why were they spaghetti monsters coming out of the side tunnel here? Kind of waiting to see a giant... Yep, here we go. That is giant spaghetti monster, not a giant. Alright, good to know that they can do that. Normally prefer not to, but yeah, we're drinking as a precaution here. Oof. Barely enough damage there, but alright. I'll admit, I was scared of a grab attack, but in my fear, I took more damage than had I just accepted it. Okay. Okay, cross Nagita, or Naginata. I wonder. Alright, fire does not do noticeably more damage or not against them. I'm a bit curious, what about... Okay. Alright, yeah, magic definitely does more noticeable damage to him. Alright, drink. Again. Come on, drop something good. Land octopus over. Alright, not exactly what I was hoping for. I did debate on just coming in, grabbing the stuff, and leaving, but I kind of thought, given the strength, I couldn't tell if that's just Caelid strength or something good on him. Alright, no secret down this side path. Oof, we used, boy, I want to say half of our things there. Actually, in hindsight, we probably should, now that we swapped off of Poison Mist, we should put more enchantments back on. I don't know if Order Blade or Electrify. Well, if we do a back attack, we get some mana, then we can use that mana to do stuff. Oh. Nope. Okay, and then... Ouch. There we go. Alright, at least we got enough to do Electrify Weapon. Alright, large glintstone scrap. Mushroom with Mimic Zone 3. Ooh, Grace Mimic. Then, quick shackle here to make sure no secret in the floor. Alright, Mimic Stone 4. Head deeper before wears off. Okay, that's probably the boss chamber then. Then what is this? Alright, Smithing Stone 4. We're gonna tap it, but not use it. Yeah, since this is called a tunnel, I imagine basically this does actually lead somewhere. but let's... Alright, fill up on this. Who to give a shot here? You know, I'm thinking the Jarway puppet. You know, I'm thinking the Finger Maiden. Okay, though, this isn't quite a dragon, but it is aware. Alright, if you could be doing that a bit closer to me, Finger Maiden. Alright, well, I guess she has to heal herself. Whoa! Interesting. Oh, and hindsight, the door we opened to the Grace, actually, that was probably a one-way door, so had you found the other side... Okay, yeah, so this is a proper boss. Alright. First, turning on the lantern, because some corners can get a bit dark. I don't like that our Grace is right there in the, or our runes are right there in the middle. And now they are in the middle of lava. These good reptilians, sir. Allow me to recover these. Thank you. I figure if it is a dragon, lightning should be a weakness of it. Yeah, there wasn't... I don't think we had the distance for a counterattack. Dang it. Ready. Uh-oh. Alright, good. That was gonna do a 360 tail swipe. Nice. That. Whoa. That definitely hits hard. It's alright. Oof. That's fine. Stand back. Wonder why there was a bit of a delay to it moving there. Actually, should be able to just throw and try to go for a finish there. One. There we go. I know we didn't have to, but again, finish off the style. Okay, so it did count as a dragon. Dragon Heart. And Moonveil. Oh man, we're getting all the good katanas now. 28 faith though. Well, not faith, int. So the faith would be no problem, but int, that is a problem. Katana forged of glintstone, masterpiece of Selenian swordsmith. Light enwreaths the blade when sheathed, explaining the Moonveil moniker. Unique skill, transient moonlight. Sheath blade, holding at the hip in a composed stance. Follow up with either a normal or strong attack that draw the blade at great speed for an instant slash attack. Both attacks fire off a wave of light. Oh man, that sounds pretty cool. Oh yeah, we should also offer up the other Dragon Heart when we get the chance. Alright, I'm not going to use that because that would teleport us out of the dungeon. So, where exactly is this so-called tunnel going towards? And yeah, I would have used a jar white if not for... Dragons tend not to screw around too much, so I thought it was for the best. Alright, where is this? Okay. Back in Limgrave, I think. Oh, okay, we're near Summonwater Village. Oh, along these, like, little steps. Okay, that's why I missed this. Alright, got little wind poofs if we want to take those. Alright, ouch. Dang it. How much damage does this do? Not too bad. Ooh, nice. There we go. Down goes the giant. Didn't expect him to start rolling downhill at me. That said, this should just connect off the main path. Yet again, I'm kind of curious how I somewhat missed it. It was actually the church that we initially crossed over into. Although I guess in hindsight, when I first passed through this, a giant probably would have deterred me from actually going that way. So, I'm going to figure it was a case of just veering around the giant last time, which is why I didn't head down this way. Especially since the more interesting part is the entire, you know, the land of Caelid over there, where this is just technically more Limgrave. And yeah, just kind of naturally goes back down. There are the wolves. I don't think there was much of note down this way last time we had explored. But again, surprised that I missed those, the tunnel. In hindsight, especially since I could have sworn I fought that wolf down there. But alright. I would say overall not too bad. Although, okay, Forsaken Ruin. Well, in hindsight, was this... We're gonna go back to the oh wait, no. Okay, my bad, hold on. I just remembered there's no way up from this part of the tunnel. So let's go back to the rear gale tunnel entrance. And then take the warp point, which should ideally bring us back to the very, very actual entrance before the drop down. I'm kind of curious if there's any differences in the different boss arenas for the mine art template or not. Because it kind of matched that one troll, like being like, you know, hoarding a pile of gold, but also matches the dragon of hoarding a pile of gold. Alright, cool. Now, obviously, that fortress in the distance is quite tempting. I could spare these two, but I'm not going to. There we are. I wielded my spear with more finesse than he did. Okay, all the different... Oh. I thought that guy was aiming his bow at me. Instead, my money's on the giant bird dog. I'm hearing Scarab. Aha! There it is. Alright, Somber Smithing Zone 4, I'll take it. Okay. Now, a big question is, did I actually open this up before? Because I thought this was a... Yeah, this is hardly good. Oh boy. They are quick, I'll give them that. Ouch. Alright, I need to get back inside the ruins proper to summon this. Dang it. Lured me into a false sense of security. There we go. Whew. Alright, so they are pretty scary, but not invincible. That said, we know they can sometimes come in crowds, so we gotta be a bit careful. Ah. Dang it. Alright. I didn't open that before. Stone sword key loss of use. Quickly, quickly, let's run in here, Finger Maiden. Oh. Just treasure. I'll take it. Sword of Saint Trino. It's the same namesake as the lilies that we've been collecting. Silver sword carried by the clerics of St. Trina inflicts sleep ailment upon foes. St. Trina is an enigmatic figure. Some say she is a comely young girl, others are sure he is a boy. The only certainty is that their appearance was as sudden as their disappearance. Unique skill, Mists of Slumber. Releases a faint purple mist that spreads across a wide frontwards area. This mist inflicts a sleep ailment upon foes. Not gonna lie, I'm pretty intrigued by that. There's so many good things. Oh, and even St. Trina stuff around here. I'll admit, I'm mostly intrigued because when I hear sleep ailment, I think Monster Hunter. When I think sleep ailment Monster Hunter, I think overpowered. Alright, going to Ruin 5. Now, I could have sworn when we came over here, we heard something, like, crash down. There's a bird over there. Oh, and a bird up there, too. Ooh, okay, there's the bird. Let's just go back once we came, I Finger Maiden. Alright. So we got the thing here. There is a fort over here. At the very least, there should be, in theory, a spot of grace outside of that keep. Boy, I'm curious if there's anything else left in these ruins. I mean, I think we got the main important thing. Alright, seeing nothing that way. Alright, yeah, back on Torrent, and let's ride across the wasteland here. I say somewhat cautiously, since the soldiers probably have lost to that giant dog by now. Okay, that was our doing. Oh. Huh. Is the implication they actually won? Huh. But alright, there's that gray cell I was looking for. Ooh. I have not the time nor place for you, good sir. Alright, here it comes. Oh, actually. There we go. Ash of War, Flame of the Redmanes. I see you, soldier, slowly coming at me. Flame of the Redmanes, skill of the Redmanes, who fought alongside General Radahan. Produces a powerful burst of flames and a wide frontward arc, usable on all melee armaments. Not bad. Yeah, so I guess maybe things that are infected are weak against fire? I should have tried fire against basically the giant bird with my Frenzy Spear. That is the thing, I like unique weapons, but it is a really big shame that they can't be utilized with Ashes of War a bit more often. And I gotta say, the Phantom Spear is not as good as I was hoping it would be. Oh. Ooh, okay. Oh yeah, I forgot we didn't do that from at the very end of last video. Sorry. Add a charge of flask. Use 4 golden seeds to increase your number of flask uses. Yes. Added a charge of flask of Crimson Tears. And then increase the amount replenished by flask. Yes. Increase the amount of HP, FP replenished by flasks. Go, go. Then our current split. Yeah, let's do 8-4. And as for the Ashes of War... Like, don't get me wrong, having a range option here is nice, but we're already gonna have that to a lesser degree with... Even just saying that, it is true that that's actually to a lesser degree. Let's see here. Wait. There we go. Glint Blade Phalanx. Yeah, that's the automatic one. And these are the close blades and spinning thing that Renala herself was using. Ah, I forgot that basically the Misericordia can actually have parry. Oh yeah, we do have basically this one as well, but... Hmm. Yeah, if we put Ashes of War basically on this, though. Oh, granting momentary invincibility. Man, I do not remember picking up Vow of the Indomitable. Yeah, skilled ancient warriors of the Erdtree. Hold shield aloft to imbue yourself with a golden power, granting momentarily invincibility. Not bad. But again, if we put a skill on there, then we're going to be juggling what skills get activated when. Wait, no, hold on. If we did get rid of the Spectral Lance, what would I want on here? Chilling Mist? One could argue that this would be the way to go. Flame of the Redmanes. They already have Flame built into our Frenzy Sword. Yeah, I guess we should just keep it. What we should do, though, we should go back to our enchanting here. Honestly, Assassin's Approach isn't as valuable anymore. Technically, Order Blade as well, now that we have the dual blades, but we haven't upgraded them at all, so... I'm trying to remember how many weapon enchantment ones we have. We have the Poison one, which putting back on would not be too bad. Sadly, the only other one, I believe... Yeah, Frozen Armament, basically is a sorcery. Okay, that's... Yeah, grants a blessing to self and nearby allies. Is that just a buff, though? I also know that we did get the... Yeah, the Greater Heal, which is tempting if we use basically summons that are weaker. It's like each of our things right now has a bit of a use. I guess the Assassin's Approach really is the most nebulous right now until we can do a different thing for that third talisman slot. Because I would like the reduced FP cost one, but until that comes to be... Yeah, let's go ahead and put Greater Heal on for right now. And what I really should do... Okay, we got 23,000. I don't think this is enough for a level up. Yep. I don't want to say not remotely close. It's kind of close, but what I'd rather use this for is let's go. And now that we have more parts of the map, trying to judge where is where. But alright, let's go back to War Counselor EG, since he's still selling all those somber smithing stones. And yeah, we're going to try upgrading the dual blades at least until they're past.
Greetings, my fellow.
Although I just realized, I totally forgot that basically somber smithing stones are literally 1-to-1, so it's like 1 for 1, 1 to the next. Okay, okay. Well, let's at least get it to +3. And then strengthen. And let's see. We have 10 Somber Smithing Stone 3. That's not too bad. If we upgrade this once more, it's on par with the Vikes War Spear. I mainly hesitate because, I mean, we have 10, but that means it's like, I don't know if we're done getting more of them, if eventually we can buy more of them. The game's been shockingly friendly, all things considered. So maybe in the future there'll be a merchant ability or merchant unlockable that will allow just a straight up unlimited purchase of Somber Smithing Stone 3. So yeah, I think we can splurge one upgrading that. Could also theoretically upgrade our pike even further. Our pike kind of is our main go-to here. Yeah, sadly so far there hasn't been a lot of reason to... Like, I want to hold off basically on the Dragon Communion Seal, because I feel like at some point probably switch it out for... is... Where is it? Wait, we actually didn't look at the description for this one yet. Where are you? Catalyst. Oh yeah, they're probably over in a different category. There we go. Yeah, the Godslayer one. Which, Faith at 27. which we're not too far away from there. But yeah, I definitely want to basically, once we get there, start putting things into that one. But yeah, the pike is our gold standard. Sorry, let's go ahead and upgrade that. And even further. Debatable to put it... And yet again, I don't... I remember there was a reason I was upgrading this shield, but I can't remember as to the exact reason, because right now it's just attack power that's upgrading. I do wonder if upgrading this upgrades its Ash of War as well. But I guess we'll hold on that for right now. Alright. And then... let's go back to Caelid. Alright, so this is Fort Gale North. So is this entire region just called Gale? And, quite honestly, I thought I saw something... yeah, what is up with this giant, like, valley in the earth with vines growing out of it? Well, I guess we can check that out after we check out... I do feel like I should get some practicing with these blades. Maybe now's not the time to be getting practicing with these blades. Alright. Oh, alright, here we go. Cool, cool. Now let's get him before he's in view of his friends. Alright, I would like to backstab the tank. You be quiet. Go, go. Alright, that was barely anything. Kind of hoping for friendly fire from ouch. Alright, cool. Go with this one since it's weaker. Boom. Okay, another one to worry about. There we go. Alright, mushroom. Oh, and I heard another one joining the fray. Some fire blossom. Yeah, they've definitely burned quite a few of the weird dogs. Dog bird things. Which... yeah, I'm very curious about this Melania, given, like, in theory, the weird dog bird things should all be servants of hers. Or side effects to her creation. Or of her creation, I should say. Like, I don't know how she's going about spreading this Scarlet Rot, but she is. There we go. Handed all the gatekeepers their butt. Got some somber or regular smithing stones for my trouble. Yes. Alright, I think it's currently relatively safe. That cross spear we picked up. Here we go. Weapon consisting of a three-pronged blade affixed to a long pole. The long central blade closely resembles a katana. A weapon of the Land of Reeds, known for its abilities to be wielded as a spear while still being capable of performing slashing attacks. Skill, impaling thrust. Skill that lets piercing armaments overcome enemy shields. Okay. Definitely, like a lot of cross naginatas of like... I know in a lot of fiction, usually like Nobunaga Oda is like using one of those. Or any Nobunaga Oda like proxy character where it's like, it's not them, but it's Nobunaga. I always think of the last boss of, I want to say it was, Samurai Showdown 5. Okay, so that thing goes quite a distance. Ouch. There we go. Whew. Alright, Red Maiden Knight Greaves, got a recharge on the flask, and now we can investigate... Huh. Thought I heard. Oh, there it is, okay. There we go. Alright, Red Main Surcoat. Can't tell if that's Health Flask one, or... Occasionally there's that one red one we encountered that... I don't remember if it was a miracle or something, but it had something unique to it. Just in case we'll take this guy out. There we go. I'm surprised I kind of magnetized him into a backstab, but I'll take it. Explosive Great Bolt. Couldn't tell if they're staring at me or not. Did not see the other one over there. Yeah, so much for, oh. I can't tell who sees me and who doesn't. Wrong one. There we go. Mainly taking these guys out in case there's any loot in their little particular area here. I must say, The spectral lance is pretty good against. I thought this guy has to take this guy out. Against the proper knight. Yeah, like that. It almost looked like a headshot there, but I don't know for certain. Huh. Oh, dang it. Is that... Oh no, that's just a mushroom. Okay. I thought it might have been, like, magical text on the ground. But okay, I think that's everyone parked outside of this fortress. Kinda makes you wonder who's actually inside it. We know it's not the proper castle of Caelid, because that's down south, that we already have on the map, like way over here. But they're holding that giant fighting tournament, which in hindsight is a bit of an odd thing to be doing in a land still torn apart by war here. Although, trying to remember things, I think it was kind of framed that Melania won her battle with Radagon, like forcing him to retreat, and now he's like refusing to accept that he was defeated. Which, if that's the case, then where's Melania then? Alright. Let the fire zombies take care of business. Well, there we go. Alright, it's gotta keep stabbing. Ooh. Wait, I'm assuming Smoldering Butterfly? Yep, and Fire Blossom. Okay, seriously? I doubt you guys are on the same team. Okay. In theory, good, because it should... Yeah, okay. And there we go. Invincibility of iframes. Alright. Melted mushroom, smoldering butterfly, fire blossoms, and... Ooh, flame grant me strength. Superior incantation of the fire monks creates an invigorating fire within that enhances physical and fire affinity attack power. This incantation does not burn the caster, and so it is considered forbidden by the Guardians of the Flame. Ah, 15 faith. I mean, we're able to use that. Alright, and then that's just falling to our death if we go any further than there. I guess we can real quick make sure not like a secret entrance into the fortress there. Alright, I guess we go in through the front door. Thankfully we know that these areas are pretty small, all things considered. Da-da-da-da-dum. Like, almost looks like a ladder, but it is not. Actually, I think I checked the other side, but we should do that just to be thorough. Alright, nothing there. Okay, in we go. Or maybe not. Hmm. What if those giant red things are? Okay, okay. I see what you're putting down here, game. Alright. Short spear. Kind of the opposite reason I would want a spear, but... Huh. Do you think this guy would have... Ooh. My character is rocking out there. But... where does that go down there? Dang it. I really gotta be careful of when I cancel out of that. I can't tell... Okay, I'm assuming it's probably just some gathering materials, but that looks like a little secret area. So, worthy to note when we're done inside the fort here. Let's check that out afterwards. Okay, not seeing anyone that would immediately... I was gonna say immediately notice, but that thing down there certainly does. Don't sell me out, giant tiger thing. Okay. Gotta be out of my mind. A treasure. Warming stone, alright. Really feels like I'm supposed to fight that thing, but not right now. In fact, now think about it. Looks like a more mangy version of the one that we fought in Godric's castle. Alright, that worked. All right. Hey, look, a playmate. You should play with each other. I will go back to sneaking. For a bit. It's like very tempted to steal the... Dang it. You know what? I'll leave them be for now. Oh, wait. Is this a painter? Convene the Festival of War. Honor General Radahan with a warrior's glory. It's in your hands, Sir Jiren. Okay, well, he's staring at the big old castle down south, so... Alright, safe. Star Scourge heirloom. I thought I heard the rustling of armor coming back up, which is why... Gonna make ourselves a bit inconspicuous here. Also, in hindsight, I really should have turned on the lantern here. If there's any secrets, I am not seeing them, because I can barely see anything. Ooh. Well, not immediately. We're not done our business here. Alright, back down. If I had to take a guess, I'm kind of getting the vibe that that thing would teleport us down to the castle. Okay. And I'm definitely not going to fight both of those guys at once. Oop, here we go. I'm also being given an idea here. But first, let's go ahead and grab this thing over here. Oh, mushroom again. I mean, 10 mushrooms, so a healthy amount of mushrooms, but mushrooms nonetheless. Ah. Okay, there's the knight. Wrong button. Alright, Latenna. Why'd you teleport behind me, not in front of me or on top of me? What the heck? It is so disappointing. Oh, there we kinda go. So close to taking down the major warrior dude. There we are. Still can't believe she got herself stuck there. Can I push her at all to be in the right place? No. I want to make sure I don't fall down there and have my own arrogance be my undoing. Still can't believe she summoned herself in that position. Well, we wanted to explore down here. Alright, at the very least, let's see here. Alright. Safe. Oh, guitar. Nice. wrong one. Okay, those are invincibility frames. I see, I see. There we go. Whoa, okay. Alright, Red Man Knight Helmet. There we are. There we go. Ash of War, Lion's Claw. Ooh, and we got some flashback. Ooh, a full recharge. Let's see. Alright, Lion's Claw, skill of the Redmanes who fought alongside General Radahan. Somersault forward, striking foes with armament. Ah, okay. We've seen one of the guys do that before, I think. And then Helm worn by knights who fought by General Radahan's side. The red plume is a symbol of Radahan's pedigree as Lord Radagon's son. The mane of the proud red lion. And the guitar, imported dagger design with a rather unique handle. The blade can be swung about as the extension of one's fist. Skill, Impaling Thrust. Skill that lets piercing armaments overcome enemy shields. Build power, then lunge forward for a strong thrust that pierces enemy's guard. We never looked at the short spear. An exceedingly plain spear of modest weight, simple to wield compared to many of its peers. Its strong attack unleashes a series of successive piercing thrusts. Okay. Then I assume also all these, black iron greaves worn by knights who fought by General Radahan's side. Time is yet to dull their luster. And armor worn by soldiers who fought by General Radahan's side. Their surcoat depicts a red-maned lion raising a sword in the image of Radahan. Thus they were Redmanes, and all prove they were worthy of the name. Oh, didn't realize there was a ladder here. I'm somewhat torn between using the teleporter or checking out that drop down. I think it should be okay to check out the drop down. It wasn't too hard once we kind of got around to the entrance to the castle. Ooh. Totally forgot there was still one alive, technically. Okay, go. Was that truly so far away? It looked closer before. I guess it would have been. Yeah, because that is not a survivable fall at all. But I could have sworn from the other angle that it was just like right there. I mean, depth in general. I mean, games at the end of the day, not... Yeah, okay. That was definitely a trick of perspective. Alright. Let's roll the dice and take that teleporter. I'm still guessing it will lead to the capital here in Caelid, but I don't know if I'm ready to really plunge into that. So much of Caelid itself is as of yet unexplored, so would prefer to explore more of it and get more treasure and what have you. Okay. This should be open now. Bit surprised that Latenna actually stayed spawned all the way from back over here. Ooh, now think about it, we're also very close to... I was gonna say a level up, but in my head I'm like, oh boy. Do we not bother leveling up until after we've taken Teleporter, or before? It should be fine. Normally the Teleporters don't lock out your ability to teleport away, so if it seems dangerous, we can try to flee. Ideally, it just doesn't kind of thrust us right in the middle of, like, you know, smack dab in the arena of the castle down south. It's like, alright, round one. It's like, what? And then immediately get flattened. Oh yeah, there are the drop-down platforms here. I thought I had seen something earlier in the gloom, so it was that, but no treasure. And yep, roll the dice. Where will we go? I'm still guessing the castle down south, but... well, I was right. Huh. That teleporter back? I would really enjoy a spot of grace nearby, if that is an option. Also a bit curious where this one goes, if it's back and forth teleporter to the fort or not. It just seems like a bit of a waste not to take advantage of the fact that we're past that bridge. I just want grace first, though, in case, like, something explodes in fire or whatnot. I mean, in theory, if they're hosting a tournament... well, I was gonna say, if they're hosting a tournament, it should be, like, you know, rather welcoming, but... it's a fighter tournament. Could be that the first round of admission, proving you have what it takes, is like, survive this! Just a bit surprised that no one is down here. Like, to the point it's rather suspicious. It's too welcoming. I really don't want to go inside. I feel the moment I cross that threshold, any protection to my rooms will be made forfeit. I hear a scarab, though. Alright, well, first... just taking a peek around here. Oh, where's that scarab I'm hearing? First, let's see if any goodies around here. Oop, here we go. Alright, so the next down 6, I'll take that. Doesn't seem like a safe drop down, so we'll go back up and use Torrent to jump across. That said, I'm not trying to sneak into the castle though, and I feel like I'm being herded. What? Do I dare? Do I just jump without? I think so. Come Come on, Grace. Alright, yeah, we're gonna turn back here. Maybe it's on the other side of the bridge. Am I allowed to turn back? Is there a way for me to safely vacate this scenario? I don't know if there is. I mean, we have full stuff here. There we go. Really want to get that level. And I can only hope I'm moving towards Grace and not one of the lords that is currently in possession of a chunk of the ring we're trying to put back together. Don't slink backwards, come on. This constant scarab chiming just teases me. Of course, it's a jump. Oh, there's a scarab, though. Alright. Jump. I don't think that's gonna connect. I'm just trying to get to some grace. Thankfully, by it flying up, it makes it a lot easier to hit. Oh, come on. I'm just getting flashbacks through the bats in Dragon Burrow, which is why I'm treating these guys with the utmost caution. Please stop hiding behind that gravestone. There we go. Alright, Smoldering Butterfly, and... Ash of War, Flaming Strike, ooh. Alright, Golden Rune 9. And 3,800, and Flaming Strike. Skill that emits flame in a wide frontward arc, followed with a strong attack to perform a lunging, sweeping strike. This will also coat the armament in fire. Okay, can't be used on class weapons and whips, but everything else is okay. Again, I don't want to enter the trial of combat. I want some grace. Please. Alright, that's now open from this side. Alright, so I'll grab these when we can. Oh, that wasn't a skull, that was more toxic mushrooms. Alright, up the ladder we go. So, alright, we got fully replenished flask there. Up, up, up. Redmane Castle. Boss music playing when all I'm looking for is just the equivalent of a bathroom. Just like, please, just... This isn't where I'm meant to be right now. Gotta say, though, doesn't seem as, prepped for a tournament as one would think. That chiming. More scarabs, more skills. Hopefully. I like Ashes of War. Probably my favorite mechanical addition to the game. I just want some grace. I'm just a thief skulking in, like, Super Warrior land here. Uh-oh. Alright, then Beast Bones. This should be to the door we passed earlier, right? Armor's Cookbook 5. Let's see. A record of crafting techniques left by an armorer who served the great General Radahan contains knowledge dealing with rot, the application of fire in particular, immunizing cured white meat, and immunizing white cured meat. Okay. Don't mind me, guys. We're all on the same page. Alright, Smithing Stone 5. There has to be grace around here, right? Alright, I don't have time for you guys. Ah, crap, one of these guys. There we go. Not as smooth as I'd have preferred it, but, you know, any fight you can walk away from. It's like, why is it every time I go down here I hear the clanking of armor? I'm so close to that scarab. But I think I'm also close to that lion. Wait a minute, what? I can't open the door from this side. Hmm. Interesting. Interesting in that I'd imagine it would be the other way around, where it'd be, like, locked on the other side and openable from this side. Hmm. Oh, can't even jump up there properly. Yeah. Okay, can't mount torrent here. Is there supposed to be a different area to descend from, I wonder? Not looking like it. Though I guess over here it does have a bit of a, another teleporter, I swear. How many others are there? Well, could drop down over there as well. Yet again, I'm reminded how this is a lot less lively of a place than I thought it would be. Okay. Now to confirm, I think this is a safe drop, but... Still gotta be a bit careful here, making sure... Not jumping... Oop, there's Grace, okay. That said, this an openable door. It is not, alright? I don't like all these fortifications sticking towards me. And so far, no surprises. Whew, there we go. Alright, Lost Grace discovered. Let's see here. Level up. And, yeah, more into Faith. We're still trying to get to that Godslayer catalyst. Cool, cool. The chamber outside the plaza. So I don't want to go into the plaza. That said, I am curious about that scarab jingling I heard. Also just curious, what's going on in there? Those friendly ghosts. And they look to be. That said, I expect them to be probably fighters in the tournament. Two lions. And more scarab jingling. Man, now that we spent our runes, should be safe to at least walk around a bit. I really wish I could just summon Archer again to kind of take care of these two lions. Again, it's... I enjoy the ambiance they've built by having it be so empty, when you kind of expect it to be chock full of dudes like all the other dungeons. Okay, still not openable. I'm a bit curious, like, where is the lever to open up the main door? Okay, that's also closed. Okay. Lucking out a bit in terms of their behavior here. Yeah, they keep on trying to go far away to get up to me, but then being like, oh wait, no, now we're too far away. Turn back. Take more damage. Ooh, okay. Ouch. Alright, so that's a knockback one. There we go. Somber Mythic Stone 4 times 1, Beast Blood times 1, Old Fang times 2. Nice. Kinda figured that would be the case. Okay, good. Whew. Just in case. Whew, ouch. Yeah, that was me getting greedy. Dang it. Whew. There we go. Did my time actually playing directly with it? Okay, run away. And then run back. Dang it. There we are. And more summons for Thickstone 4, Beast Blood, and Old Fang. Okay, now I believe probably it's safe to go down here. Alright, so Thickstone 4. Alright, where is this jingling coming from? Oh, alright. Nope, get back here. One. Hey. Alright, so that was just red flask regeneration. And I'm gonna top off just in case. We're gonna earn the right to explore down here. Yeah, still closed. Oh, very strange. What about over here? Yeah, so this door isn't openable on either side, weirdly. You'd think they would at least have a, does not open from this side, or something. But not any interact prompt whatsoever. Alright, go to room 6. And I hear the page inside there. Oh yeah. Can actually, use that. And there's the teleporter. Alright, nothing down here. Then might as well check out this house here real quick. Not enterable. So how many runes did we get from those? Okay, not that many runes from the lions. But okay. Teleporter, where do you go? Kind of curious if it goes to the one out front? Huh. Okay. So here's that grace I was wondering about, though. And this one is impassable. Wait, why is it the impassable Great Bridge? We quite literally just passed it. I'm waiting for the impassable moment to occur. Yeah, something tells me something went wrong with that fighting tournament. This place is armed to the teeth, but deader than a doornail. Alright, where does this one go? I'm wondering if this goes back to the fort. Okay. So this one goes back over here. And then this goes back in front of the impassable Great Bridge. And we originally got to the side from the other one, and then this goes... Where exactly? Okay, they both go right here. That said, somewhat curious here. Okay, those giant lions actually do stay dead. That's good to know. I know that that jingling we're hearing basically is just a red scarab. I'm just like, is there something? Oh. Okay. Corpse rot down there. Yeah, all this is, pretty weird. I'm also kind of wondering, like, I'm supposed to do the rest of Caelid before being there, right? Also, I never noticed this little thing right here. We're gonna go on a quick journey. I know this is Dragonborough, so the land of fear, but... So we are technically at time for today, but I'm gonna do a tiny bit more here. Okay. So forward and to the right. In hindsight, I probably should just put down a blue marker. Come on. There we go. Alright, there's our destination. Man, I've completely forgotten. I was supposed to find, what, silver needle for somebody, and I don't know where I was supposed to be finding it. Alright, I assume that wants me to use a dragon to smash that open. But we will not be doing that, at least not right now. Oh, hello. Ignore me. Please ignore me. Yeah, just ignore me. I am very curious though about that giant scarab right there. Oh, okay, that was a normal bird. Whew, that was one of the big scary birds. Alright. Go about your business, Mr. Dragon. Now, you... Oh. Aw, interesting. Hey, Dragon, you can give up now. You can... I thought he had the good sense to give up, but he's like... not really wanting to. Alright, like real quick. I know this is likely to be our doom, given this isn't Dragonborough technically, but... what's in the Celia Everjail? Enter Everjail? Yes. What could possibly go wrong? And in hindsight, I should not have given the caster the time to cast. Three follow-ups? I thought that spell had a more limited number of follow-ups. That said, he's definitely not as dangerous as I thought he would be. Alright, Stake of Marga, which is not too far away. We should be able to take down this guy, and then we'll call it after that. He looks human, which is why I'm assuming Frenzy will work on him, but that might be flawed logic. Alright, enter Everjail. Alright, hello good sir. Yeah, the fact you can kind of critical hit him from behind is what makes me think it's that way. Go. Ouch. Ouch again. cautious here. There we go. Battle Mage Hughes. But not bad though. I mean, if he comes with this giant magic hammer. Let's see here. Ashen remains when spirits yet dwell. Use to summon the spirit of Battle Mage Hughes. Hughes came from Celia to study the Hema Conspecticus at the Academy, where he became a battle mage. Hema scholars seek to quell conflict with cannon fire and gavel, but Hughes developed a longing for it. And now think about it. 122, okay, that is not actually castable currently, but we can arrange for it to be castable. And the Scourge's heirloom increases strength. A talisman engraved with a scene from a heroic tale raises strength. The mightiest hero of the demigods confronted the falling stars alone, and thus did he crush them, his conquest sealing the very fate of the stars. I'm a bit curious, is this the only thing on this side of the barrier? I say barrier in that, like, this particular looking barrier here. Which, actually, in hindsight, wasn't that dragon on the other side of the barrier? Also. Whoa, okay. Want to pop the scarab. Boo, what a letdown. I really thought it would be like a memory stone or a spell or something, but not really the case. Alright, this is the side of that giant, valley ravine that we went through before. And so this dragon's on the other side of the barrier. I mean, I guess this entire region is Dragon Burrow. I'm just trying to see how things kind of connect over on this end of things. I mean, we could see how strong this dragon is. There is a Stake of Marika not too far from here. Wrong one. Good. Alright, thankfully it didn't take any damage. Ouch. Took quite a bit of damage. I definitely mistimed that. Honestly, actually not as bad as I thought it would be. We get a dragon heart for this? Oh, nope. No dragon heart, not that many runes. Oh well. It's a nice test to see what we can do, actually, though. So, alright, real quick, how we'll wrap things up for today. I want to kind of... I wanted to go back basically to this Sage Shack, but, in hindsight, how do I do that? I could have sworn there was a grace near there. This might be a bit of a, somewhat suicidal idea, but like gonna try and wrap around this little area here. Alright. So as long as we don't engage a ton of dragons, including that giant one we came across earlier, should all be good. I am kind of curious how the Scarlet Rot ties into Ronnie's plot for seemingly total celestial space domination of... And the way Renala kind of framed it, it seems like there's some plan for like an eternal night or what have you? Alright, we're back officially in Caelid. Okay, that giant dragon is technically moving. Alright, skeletons. Meatball monster. I thought that would be a mariner for a second, but it was not. Alright, Starlight Shard. Ah, here we go. Here's a spot of grace. Church of the Plague. Oh, hey! Sacred Tear. Wait, are you the one I'm supposed to be healing? I think you are.
Who's there? Well, it matters not. If you are wise, you will leave immediately. My flesh writhes with scarlet rot. It is a curse, not to be meddled with by man.
Now we're just tapping this. I'm pretty certain she's the one we're supposed to be curing. Ooh. Flask. Yep. Boom, boom. Talk to you again. Repeat dialogue.
If you are wise, my flesh writhes. If you are wise, my flesh writhes.
Alright, repeat dialogue. Making sure that, you know, by being up here, we're not risking... Alright. Bug ladies aren't as bad as I thought they might be. Whew. That has to be a spell, right? I went homing missile insect webs. Oh, they're bug hands, they're humid hands. That's weird. Okay, faded Erdtree flower? Or Erdly flower? Okay. All I wanted to do was get back to this man over here who's going to tell me what I need to do to progress this quest along. Okay, that's just regular... Oh. These are multiple harpies, okay. Alright, and hindsight, not the safest place to be right now, but I'm just trying to get down. Okay, I did see gravestones we can descend on the other side here. Don't like this. Where is that other one? And I mean, I guess this is a town of sorcery, so it does make sense that there be sorcerers here. But alright, back to the Church of the Plague real quick. All I wanted to do was end the recording next to that guy to be reminded of the quest so we could, in theory, get to it next time. Since Caelid is doable, that said, I do want to tap more of the volcano as well to kind of, like, balance things out here. And the plateau. Because, I mean, technically we took care of the Bloody Finger of the plateau, so, like, doable? Question mark? I did not like how those Ghost Fade dodged my power block. Alright. We know what we need to grab, and we know how quickly we need to grab it. Very quickly. Black Key Vault? Room 4. Okay, is there grace on this side of things? There is a tower that way. Could there be grace near that tower? Because this would be a better drop-off point than the Church of the Plague or Rot or whatever it was called. Hello. And it's dumped like this, I miss Poison Mist. We need our runes back. We cannot end with our runes not on our body. So alright, we should grab the runes. It's one of those things where I'm just like, grab the runes and just run from the guy. We can totally take him. I'm very sad respawning next to the poor sick lady and hearing her pained panting. Alright, ignore these guys and ignore the mages. I don't think that guy that we just fought just now would probably be particularly vulnerable against fire. It doesn't look like he's plagued, and we fought one similar to those before. So. Alright, cool. Torrent stays with us the entire time here. Ouch! Alright, we gotta do this the old-fashioned way here. Alright, run, run, run! Okay. Back up we go. I am a bit curious here. There we go. The old methods are sometimes the best methods. Swamp Lookout Tower. Eternal Darkness. I love that game. What does this one do? Creates dark space that draws in spells. 35 int. Forbidden Sorcery of Celia, Town of Sorcery. Creates a space of darkness that draws in sorceries and incantations. This sorcery can be cast while in motion. Originally a lost sorcery, the Eternal City. The despair that brought about its ruin made manifest. But okay. Quickly before something else happens, let's actually descend down. Okay, there's also nothing... Are you... even the wildlife here. Just want to make sure there's nothing else, like, up here before we never come back. Okay. You know, in hindsight, Ronnie's actual body being in here would make a lot of sense. Still need to cross-reference it versus that weird slip of paper that we got from the her servant. Is this even survivable? It's a bit further up than I thought it would be. Alright, survivable. Try again. Alright. I didn't want to jump down if jumping down might have added the extra bit of distance needed to have it, you know, take us down. Come on. Alright, glass shard. Oh yeah, the giant creepy dog. Forgot about giant creepy dog. Okay, good. Alright, good sir. I know I'm looking for a needle, but what needle in particular again was it?
First, you must find the unalloyed gold needle. It's hidden somewhere in the deep Scarlet Swamp of Ionia. Then I will tell you, as promised, the secret of the town of Celia.
Okay, so that will be our heading for next time. We will go into the Swamp of Selenia, which should be this one out here. This is called Inner Ionia.
First, it's hidden somewhere in the
Okay, yeah, the Swamp of Ionia, okay.
The secret.
I'm saying Celia, basically, overwrote Alonia being the word, but yeah, so next time, basically, we're going to search around this red swamp, try to find that unalloyed gold needle, and, yeah. Hopefully we find that, come back to him, everything hopefully okay. Do wonder if there's an easier way to get from the swamp back, but if I remember correctly, I think this is, like, completely walled off. Maybe. Well, we'll have to check next time. So, alright, let's go ahead and wrap things up here. Overall, not too bad of a time here in, Caelid. I do debate on whether we should tackle Radahan, assuming he's there in the fighting tournament. Again, something has the vibe that something went wrong there. Maybe Radahan killed everyone for being too weak. Maybe Melania came in and killed everyone there. Or, I mean, we saw ghosts in the distance, which I assume are combatants. And I assume it's a dungeon that in lieu of enemies, it's going to be like a boss gauntlet rush. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting. But yeah, I'm trying to think basically of like enemies that have been done in this game before, bosses in particular, that are like a gauntlet, where it's like one health bar. I mean, I guess it'd just be a multi-phase boss at that point. Yeah, that actually makes sense. And in hindsight, yeah, that's exactly what Space Lady did. She had phase 1, phase 2, Godric basically, it was more of when he hit half health on this actual bar. And, I mean, they did it plenty of the past games too. Memories of Dark Souls 3 DLC right there. But, alright, so that's our goal for next time, basically. Into the Swamp of Ionia, find the unalloyed gold needle, help this guy out, see where the story goes. Oh. I totally forgot I was going to go try and follow up on, our friend back at the Academy. At some point, we will do that, but not right now. So, until then, or until next time, later.